make a bunch of these teams, I think. Is there a way to, like, completely reset a team? I don't know if there is. I think the best way is to just do this and then put Trailblazer in there. Kind of like what I do on my Genshin account. I do the same thing. I just reset the team to everyone but that. Actually, can't you have 0 characters on a team? Never mind, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Nope, right. So I'm gonna. This first one is gonna be this. Calling it. The Proto Firefly team. It's just the prototype and the original team that I made. Then I'm going to set up this team, and it's going to be, of course, Firefly U. But then it's going to be Lingsha, and Branya is going to stay there as a stand-in. I'm going to call it Proper Firefly. Or no, I'm going to call it... I'm going to call it Work in Progress Firefly. Because I'm still missing one character, and that is... I need to swap out... At some point, I'm going to swap out Branya for Wanmei. Next, I'm going to set up you. So obviously these two. Then its healer is... Who's going to put the healer for? Probably Gallagher? Oh yeah, no, the last character has to be Herda. This team is going to be... I'm going to have it be my Qingchua team. This is going to be... Lunar Depths. Just because his name is Imbiber to Lunai. Or Lune. I can't remember how it's pronounced. Is there a way to figure that out? Probably. Another team I have is Acheron, which is just Acheron. Yeah. Acheron, Sampo, Gallagher, and Serval. Other than that, I'm not sure I have another team I can put in here. Actually, there is one other team I'm currently working on in my head, which is Herda, Himiko, Lingsha, Herda, Himiko, Lingsha. Who was the last character? Who was the 4th character I was going to have on this team? It was all about follow-up attacks. And now I can't remember. Actually, none of them. Now that I think about it, I don't think there's any of them. I think the character I'm missing is Fei Xiao. Yeah, I think that was it. Fei Xiao. just gonna call it follower. And oh yeah, I need to rename this team. Ah! This team is named ah! And then these other teams are gonna just get turned into nothing. They're just gonna be called E. Is there a 10th team? Or is there only 9 total? Yeah, there's only 9 teams. I still think that's kind of weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So there's not 10, there's just 9. Why? I have no idea. Originally it was just 4. We have got Proto Firefly, Work in Progress Firefly, because that Brawny has to get swapped out eventually. Lunar Depths, which is Barbara Lunai. Flying. Oh, I forgot to rename this one. This one is actually going to be Jing Chilean. Jing Chilean. Then there's and Follower, which is still not finished. So actually, I'm gonna. Oh, I can't do it. I'm not gonna bother trying to write the whole thing back again. But yeah, I think this is good enough for right now. There is possibility that if a character is released that's better than the Trailblazer for Firefly, I will swap them out. But it also depends on who the character is. If the character is like if Fugua, I don't know how her name's pronounced. I've only seen the name. I don't know how it's pronounced. If she ends up being really good for Break, which she probably will be, Break is so ridiculous that they keep adding more Break characters. I see a thing is broken, and instead of nerfing or anything, they just make it more broken by adding more characters that do it. That'll probably do that. But there's also the chance that if I put, can I sit anywhere here? I want to sit next to Welt. I hate that you can't sit anywhere in the freaking Express. It's really weird. You can't sit anywhere. But if I get Welt, there's a chance I will actually use Welt. And if... Well, it really depends. Welt is a character... If I get Welt before a character, before Ranmei, which is kind of likely, but not really since there's no way to guarantee them, I will actually use Welt instead. Because the main reason I use Bronya is speed control, and Welt is ridiculous when it comes to speed control. Like, the enemy just doesn't get a turn. Ever. At all. Because it's just infinite slowness. But if Fugua ends up being really much better than Trailblazer for Break, then I'll use her instead. The problem is that the Trailblazer is just so good in Break. Every character does ridiculous damage, even with relatively low Break effect. Because, like, my Gallagher does really good damage, despite the fact that his Break effect is only 62%. And even my Bronya does pretty good. And, well, actually, no, hers is 92%. Forgot I had said it that high. Actually, yeah, every character is above 50%. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, all my characters do ridiculously good damage. And it's really noticeable on the one character with the lot of break effect, which is my 250% break effect Firefly. Of course, she's still a work in progress overall, because the thing I haven't gotten is speed. Especially because I'm waiting for an actually good one of these, but none of them are good at all. Let's see if this gets break effect on it. Nope. Alright, it's going in the trash then. Anyway. I think that's about all I have for now. I'm probably going to play the game a lot less now. I'm probably going to... Now I'm going to focus on Zenless a bunch. Because I need to. Because I don't have as much to do now on this. I mean, I do have a bunch to do, but nothing that I really want to do right now. There are some things I could go a lot into, like Divergent Universe, but Divergent Universe takes like, it's about 40 minutes, I think, per run of Divergent Universe, like full run. Let me check if I go on my YouTube Studio. I should find the times on it. Let me look. I have to scroll all the way down. Should be 2 videos very close to each other. Yeah, both take almost about exactly 56 minutes. It's almost an hour per run. I don't have the time for that. So I haven't bothered to go into this that much. I just do it once a week, and then I just get the stuff from it. I need to do this probably, but I probably should. Other than that, most of this stuff I'm just not doing yet because I don't have reasonable teams for it yet. But now that I have Lingsha, I can actually make decent-ish teams. My Imbibitor is actually pretty good if he has the stuff on. But there is still the problem that he's still not that good. He's pretty squishy. He's only got 3,500 HP and like no defense. So he's very squishy, and his crit could definitely use some work. He's got really high break effect for some reason, but I think that's just an accident on my part. But he's also very much a work in progress. But he might be the other character I play a lot with, considering he is really good. And he's honestly easier to manage skill point wise than Qingxue, despite the fact that I also love playing Qingxue. But she's also a very big work in progress. She's not nearly fast enough, and her crit is awful. She's all crit rate, no crit damage. All bark and no bite. And some of these other characters could do some work as well. Reasonably, I should probably do Argenti because he's like really good. Or Acheron. My Acheron's decent, but decent doesn't really cut it. I also don't really want to play her anymore. It's the same reason with Argenti. I just don't really like playing him as much anymore. A lot of these characters I could probably play and do pretty well with, but I think the two teams I'm definitely going to go for is definitely Firefly and Dan Heng. For now. As long as none of the teams have actual overlap. But they really shouldn't. They should be all completely different characters, yeah. So these two teams can be used entirely separate of each other. But the Firefly team still needs to work because I still need to upgrade Lingsha. And I'll start on that tomorrow, actually. I'll spend half of my stuff on... yeah. I'll spend all of it, actually, on getting Lingsha upgraded. Yeah, but that's all for now. I should focus on Zenless now. I should probably go eat as well, because I haven't really eaten anything today. And by that, I mean the only thing I've had today is 3 Java Monsters.